Well, for problem number 10, it says to find and describe the error that occurs in the work below. So they're telling us that there's a mistake in here somewhere, and we're going to have to find it. However, I start these problems by ignoring this for a while, and what I do instead is I just solve it correctly first over here, and then in a little bit I'll compare my work to see if I can find the mistake. So let's just ignore this right now and just focus on solving this part. So here we go. All right, so what can I do here? Parentheses right here, I want to get rid of that first. So there's a 7. All right, so there's a negative that has to get distributed to everything in here. So this 2x is going to become a negative 2x, so minus 2x. And this plus 6 will become a minus 6. So I've taken care of that, and I'll just write down the rest of this. So 12x minus 8 minus 7x. Okay, so the first thing I do is get rid of the parentheses. Next, I like to cover up one side at a time, and I like to see if there's any like terms that could be combined. I notice that we have 12x's here, take away 7x's. So 12x minus 7x's, that makes 5. So there's really only 5x's over here. So there's 5x's and there's a minus 8. How about the other side? So on the other side, it looks like the 7 and the minus 6, those are like terms that we can combine. So we can combine those. 7 minus 6 is 1. So what we have is 1 minus 2x. All right, I have gotten rid of like terms. The next thing I do is I put a finger on each side, and I'm trying to ask myself, are there piles of x's on both sides of the equation? So there's a pile of x's over here, and there's a pile of x's over there. I'd like to move one of the piles to the other side so that they're all together. And I always move whichever pile is the smallest. So this is a smaller pile, so I'm going to take these x's and move them over here. So I've got a minus 2x. The opposite of that would be to add 2 x's. So I'll do that to each side. And then I'll rewrite it. So 5x plus 2x. So there's 7 x's over here now. Take away 8, minus 8, equals 1. And then these cancel out. So there's literally just a 1 right there. Okay, so now we've got it so that there's only x's on this side. So the last thing I want to do is I want to make it so that this x is all alone. I want everything else that's over here to move that way. So the 7 is going to have to move over, and the minus 8 will also have to move over. So which one do I do first? Well, the 7 is connected to the x, but this minus 8 is not connected to the x. And there's a rule that says you should always move the one that's not connected first. So first we move this 8. So the opposite of minus 8 would be to add 8. All right, so these cancel. The only thing left over here is 7x. And over here, we've got 1 plus 8 is 9, so equals 9. Okay. Go like that. All right, so divide by 7, divide by 7. So x equals 9/7. All right, so we've solved, and now we have to figure out what the error is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look, and I'm going to ask myself, what is the first step where what they did is different than what we have? So here they have 5x minus 8, so they did a good job there. So they have that, we have that. Over here, we have 1 minus 2x, but they have 13 minus 2x. So it seems like this is where their error is. So I wonder how they might have gotten that. Looks like, Oh yeah. You know what? I don't think that's where the error is. I think that the error is back further. You see right here how we have a minus 2x plus 6? Well, that's what they got. When we did it, we have a minus 2x minus 6. So what they did is they didn't take this negative. They didn't apply it to the 6 over here. So right at the very start, that's where it went off. Okay, so describe the error. In step 1, they forgot. How are we going to write that? We're going to say that they forgot to distribute the minus sign to the 6. And that's the mistake that caused this error later on. All right, we have found and described the error. We did it.